What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Earth. Alright, my zillions, I am back with a little bit of a different look for you today. Kind of a work in progress, a lot to iron out here, literally and figuratively. But speaking of figures, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to review this Godzilla Earth on the day the last and final anime Godzilla movie is released on Netflix. So, it's always good to do a little crossover stuff there. But this is an interesting figure. It's kind of a redo of the 2017 version. Is it better? Yes. That I can tell you right off the bat. But how much better? It's debatable, in my opinion. But we'll get into that opinion, and we'll see how it goes. As far as the look goes, it's like I said, it's gonna be evolving here. But I'm not one to sit out too long without reviewing something. I really like to keep moving. I reviewed over 360 something toys last year, so yeah. I like to slow down too much. You know what I'm saying? I like to work through these ideas and let the chips fall where they may. So let's do that. Let's let the chips fall where they may on Godzilla Earth. Alright, let's start off with what Godzilla Earth comes with, because immediately that's one of the differences here. This guy does come with a few different things. He comes with a little stand here. And for that stand, he comes with this ship from the movie. I don't remember what any of these things are called, but that's okay. It's a little ship. You can place it on the stand, like so. You can be flying around. Yeah, you could do that. Taking a look at the ship, it's pretty plain. It's white with some gray down the middle. And, yeah, it's okay. There's not much to it. You got little thingies here. Gun turrets, I guess? I don't even remember. I haven't seen Planet Eater yet. Planning on watching it tonight. But, did these move? They do move. These little things move. How about that? So little articulated guns here. Little thrusters back there. Look alright. So there you go. That's not bad. A little bit of movement helps. But otherwise, it's an okay sculpt. It's not perfect, but it's okay. The other thing is a little mini in-scale Godzilla Filius. So this basically shows you how much Godzilla has grown between the first movie and the second. And there you go with that. It's actually pretty well done. The sculpt is all there for something so tiny. And there's actual paint on it. I dare say there's better paint on this thing than the actual 2017 Godzilla. Check that out. You can make out the details, and that's incredible. It is super, super tiny. Like, how tiny? Like, here is Ultraman X. It's like the size of his head. Yeah. That's my son calls us the baby Godzilla. And, he's not wrong. It's like a little baby Godzilla. So, there you go. And speaking of Ultraman X, let's do our size comparisons. Get that out of the way. There you go. There's Ultraman X. Here's Godzilla Earth with Ultra Act Gridman, the SH Monster Arts Gamera 3, Siege Optimus Prime, the movie Monster Series Master Design Mechagodzilla. This is the proper face-off here, and they look really good together, I have to say. And kind of sort of from the Planet Eater, here's the Ghidorah or Ghidra. Lastly, we got, not lastly, but we got the Godzilla Filius from the movie Monster Series. And, of course, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Filius. Now, we could take a look at these guys a little bit better. See what's going on. Starting with the head, you got a completely new lower jaw there. I think it's a completely new head in general. That looks the same. I mean, that looks different to me. Different enough. If it's not, the jaw really changes things up. It is different, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, the sculpt work looks different from what I'm able to see there. But the rest, you can see, like with the neck, there's a lot of the same joints, just different paint. Get out of here, stand. You're in my way. And I think the rest is mostly paint that goes. Might be a little bit difference here and there in Sculpt, but I don't think so. Like, I think it's all the same otherwise, guys, from what I could tell. Head different, and ooh, there goes a hand. Interestingly enough, his hand just popped off. I've been having the same trouble with this dude's hand staying on. So look, the sculpt on this guy is really good. You really didn't need to change that. It's actually very, very well done. I think all the complaints anyone had about the first one was the severe lack of paint. Like, I liked the movie Monster series one better, but this dude has that paint that we were lacking there. Like, it's got all the interesting highlights, and it's not like all these little weird splotchy dots or anything. It just looks glossy, and it's got a nice sheen to it all throughout. You see, you know, multicolors on his dorsal fins here, and they look really, really good. I really dig it. And it's basically the same paint job all around. It kind of looks like one of those kind of like stylized vinyls, you know what I'm saying? In a way, and I dig that. I dig that for a Godzilla, especially, you know, a Godzilla here. I'm kind of selling myself as liking this figure more than I thought before. Oh well, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't see my best of 18, I specifically said my opinions probably changed right away. And the new head is really nice. It's a good sculpt. I really like his, you know, his little chin there. It looks really good. Really, really good. I dig it. It gives him a nice old look. You know, this has been my old man Godzilla now for a bit. You know, since the movie Monster Series 1. I really like that idea of old man Godzilla. And it looks pretty cool. It's a good head. He's got his little beady eyes in there. They're not picked out in any sort of color that I can see, which is a tad disappointing. But like, accuracy or not, I think there is a little bit of something in there, but I think it's just a base color that they didn't paint. So I would have preferred some like nice bright color in there. I think it would have worked for this dude. But otherwise, the new head is very, very nice. It really works well, in my opinion. And again, the whole thing, notwithstanding this giant gap in his neck. Wow. A couple little gaps. I'm always talking about, you know, how most MONSTERARTS aren't that gappy. I know some people do have problems with some of them. I don't really feel it sometimes, but I definitely call it out when I see it, and I see it right now a little bit more than usual. It could be also because of the new backdrop and it's darker, and the darkness is kind of blending in for me. But yeah, the paint job is pretty good on this guy. I like the colors that they use, the like turquoisey metallic greens. It looks really nice. And again, the sinewy body and weird like knobbly knees are pretty cool sculpt wise. You know, he's all like viney. I was gonna say veiny, but viney. So yeah, it looks good. He does look good. There's no doubt about that. And the articulation on this dude, you got the jaw in there. I don't know if the tongue can move, but I can't. And looking at the tongue really quickly, it looks really nice. I like it. There you go. You can see it better there. Focus. There you go. That's another thing I'm gonna have to figure out here with this lighting. It's focusing less on its own, but I know there's some lighting tricks I could do with that. I'm actually waiting on another light. How about that? But yeah, the jaw. Yeah, moves the jaw. I can't tell about the tongue because he doesn't open the jaw too much. It looks like it might be. Look the way it looks, but I'm not gonna stick anything in there to find out. Ball joint there, which has a great range of motion. Very, very nice. Then you got the big, giant, honking one in the middle, which breaks up the sculpt completely. Big at the shoulder. You do have a floating piece there, so you can move it all around. Same thing with his elbow. It's pretty good. You know, it's not super good, but it's good. See? I mean, granted, that was a little bit of a force, but it is there. But, you know, look how they make those joints. Those are cool, you know, like they sculpt out the joints, and that's great. Love Monster Arts for that. Hands look pretty good, too, honestly. So, and you do have a ball joint there. It just doesn't want to stay. Just doesn't want to stay. And he's still got the six-pack going, you know? Despite being old man six-pack. You got a joint in here, but you're not getting that much range of motion in there. Legs splay out that much on ball joints. He's not going to be kicking too far out, back or forward, but he does rotate within. Knees, there's a double joint in there on both sides, but you know, because of the sculpt, you're not getting a huge range of motion, but you can if you push it in more. So there you go with that. I don't know why you would need to do that, but you can do it. Then you have a joint, I believe, in here. I believe it's separate. I could be wrong, and I could be breaking it, but this is a floating piece here, so it's definitely quite possible that that's what that is. And then you got the foot one, which gives you rocker and all that action in there. So there you go with that. Tail. Now this tail is interesting because of the way it's sculpted. If you didn't see my other review or anybody's reviews of this, they're like kind of triangled in, which is interesting. Or they look like arrows, like pointing this way. So very interesting there. You got a good joint in here. They move better like outwardly than up and down. But there's a lot of ball joints going on here. And it feels really good, and it looks really good. So go all the way to the tippy top. Tippy end to the end. The end of the tail. Overall, I'd say this is a perfectly fine release from SH Monster Arts. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely the better of the two figures. Do you need to have it? That, my friends, is gonna be, you know, on you, because it depends on how much you like these movies. If you got the first one out of curiosity, only, you know, I don't know if you're gonna really need another one. Heck, I was satisfied with the movie Monster Series 1, to be honest. But I'm a Monster Arts collector, so I needed to get it. But this is definitely a better release, better paint. I like the head better. You know, it's got a couple of little fun little extras. I really like the little Godzilla affiliates. I think that's really cute. And the little ship, it's okay. It's got some articulation. So how about that? But otherwise, yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the joints or anything. And again, the paint looks pretty good on this guy. So yeah, there you go. That's my review. It's not so bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And definitely, if you didn't get it, I think this is a really cool version of Godzilla. Some people might not like this version of Godzilla, but like I said, I like Old Man Godzilla, so, you know, I think this works out for me as a definite good purchase. Alright, and that is my review. Hope you dug it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go check out the Planet Eater. I'm going to do so myself. I'm going to tinker with my background some more, and the lighting a lot more. And we'll figure this all out, but thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out, peeps.
Yum, 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 yum. Huh? What? You're still here? Well, can a man enjoy a donut? It's not a bagel they didn't have anymore, but they sure like the donuts at the Ultrazilla house. Good night, people.